Alright, hello, and let's try to not let myself babble too much. This is my review for the Ultrasabers new Crimson Reaper. This is the Crimson version, which is, of course, red anodized. The regular Reaper is black anodized. They both have this etching design on them, which is very reminiscent of something like Tron, which is what it reminded me of. I don't know what they had in mind when they made it, but either way, it looks freaking awesome. It has both a slanted emitter and a slanted pommel, which I have never seen a slanted pommel before. That is kind of cool. It is a big open hole, and I think some people might be concerned with how the speaker fits in there. You see the speaker in there. If you've ever ordered anything like an Initiate or an Eon or a Dominic's or whatever with sound and you got a vented pommel like this from them, it is the same thing. The part that goes into the hilt screws in, and this is like the exact same thickness of that little plastic border around the speaker. Holds it in securely without touching the speaker, doesn't mess anything up, holds everything in there securely. It is a very good design, and it's the same thing they used here, except they made it fancier. You'll see this silver ring right here. This is the part that actually screws into the hilt. The red piece on here that holds the claw is attached to that with two hex screws, and that makes it so you can adjust where the claw is and where the emitter is as far as like the angle in relation to the rest of the hilt, so you can actually make it all line up. That's an issue I had when I got the Malice emitter to put on my consular, was that I could not get the blades to line up the way I wanted them to. They have solved that issue completely with this hilt. It is awesome. Like I said, it's the same thing up here with the emitter. This part with the vents is a separate part from the slanted red part that holds the claw. There's your hex screws right there, and the blade retention screw is actually down here and covered by this shroud piece. The shroud does not screw into anything. It is a ring. There is an inner ring that's, carved into the middle of it. So this screws into this, whether the shroud is there or not. But because of the little inner ring that's inside of there, these two pieces are holding that in place, so it doesn't rotate while you're wielding this at all. That is like a solid attachment right there. It doesn't move at all. It works really, really well. The claws are both removable. They're held in place by hex screws. Because they are actual screws, if you remove it, you'll have two holes in your pommel or emitter. I would suggest putting the screws back into the claws when you remove them. That way you don't lose them if you're disorganized like me. Automatically comes with a CoverTech wheel, so you don't need to get them to attach that separately, or whatever. I got red AV switch for mine. It'll light up later when I turn it on. Got mine with the Obsidian sound, of course. This Obsidian 2.0, they just announced the Obsidian 3.0 that they're going to start putting on all of their Obsidian sabers, so I missed it by that much. About a week is what I missed it by, I think. Yeah, just about. Anyway, it's a really good design, feels really good in my hand. You can use this as a grip point. The actual balance point is somewhere around where this is, with a mid-grade blade. Heavy grade, I have no idea. I don't have any of those. This is the regular 36-inch blade. You can grip it there. You can hold it, just around the regular hilt. It feels really good. With the claws, it is actually a pretty long saber. Anyway. You see the Obsidian sound works perfectly. It's loud. Since the Arctic Blue is such a light color, I don't think the flash is going to show up properly. I did get mine with a silver flash. Anyway, this is a really good saber. I would strongly suggest getting it. The one issue I had was probably not an issue on Ultrasabers' part. It's probably not going to show up on this camera because of focusing. Darn it. Get back up here. There is a dent on this corner of the claw, which creates a little sharp tag point over here. I caught myself on the arm with that a few times. Didn't draw blood or anything, but I think it's sharp enough. If I was moving fast enough, it might. I think FedEx might have dropped it. FedEx in my area isn't exactly all that wonderful with their handling of larger packages. But other than that, it is an amazing saber. It is a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I had doubts. Like, even after I decided to order it, I still had doubts. Like, oh, maybe I'll think it's lame later on. No. It is a really good saber. It is well constructed. I think my favorite parts are the fact that these are so adjustable. You can get them to line up any way you want. It's all MHS compatible. The hilt itself actually splits into two pieces. I don't know what the functionality of that's supposed to be, but it's there. Yeah, so I strongly suggest getting this if you get a chance. It is a great saber to have. When displaying mine, I put it on a stand. Like, I had to get a stand for mine because putting it down and having it sort of lean up against the wall like some of my other ones do is really hard to do with the pommel design on this. But anyway, it's a great saber, like I said, and good job, Ultrasabers. Hope you enjoy. Have a nice day.